Have you ever been driving down the highway, looked over at a massive dump truck or cement mixer, and noticed something strange? One entire row of tires isn't touching the road. They're just hovering there. At first glance, it looks wrong, like a broken suspension or some kind of mechanical failure. After all, if a truck has wheels, shouldn't all of them be on the ground? But here's the interesting part. Those floating tires are there on purpose, and they solve several expensive problems all at once. Today, we're uncovering why some truck tires never touch the road, right here on Common Things, Strange Histories. To understand the floating wheel, we first have to look beneath the truck itself. Roads may look solid and indestructible, but they are constantly under stress. Every passing vehicle presses thousands of pounds into asphalt and concrete, slowly bending and cracking the surface over time. And heavy trucks are in a completely different category. A fully loaded dump truck can weigh as much as several elephants combined. If all that weight sits on too few wheels, the pressure becomes enormous. Imagine pressing a pencil into your hand. Now compare that to pressing your entire palm. The weight may be the same, but the pressure feels completely different because it's spread across a larger area. Truck engineers use the exact same principle. Those extra wheels are part of what's called a lift axle. When a truck carries a very heavy load, the driver can lower those tires onto the road to spread weight across more contact points. It works almost like snowshoes spreading your weight across deep snow. Instead of crushing one small section of road, the truck distributes its weight more evenly, helping prevent damage to highways and bridges. And this became increasingly important during the 20th century as trucks grew larger and roads became busier. Governments began introducing strict axle weight laws. Not just total vehicle weight, but how much weight each axle could carry individually. That created a challenge for trucking companies. A truck might be light while empty but far too heavy once fully loaded with gravel, concrete, or construction equipment. So engineers developed a flexible solution. When the truck is heavily loaded, the lift axle lowers down and helps carry the extra weight. But when the truck becomes lighter again, something interesting happens. The wheels rise back into the air. At first, that might seem wasteful. Why build wheels that sometimes don't even touch the ground? But that solution actually saves enormous amounts of money. Every tire touching the road creates rolling resistance. The engine has to work harder, fuel consumption increases, and the tires wear down faster. Truck tires are incredibly expensive, especially on large industrial vehicles. A single heavy-duty tire can cost hundreds of dollars. If the truck no longer needs the extra support, keeping those wheels on the ground would be like dragging extra luggage everywhere you go. And surprisingly, fuel efficiency isn't the only reason. Lift axles also help trucks turn more easily. Long trucks already struggle around tight corners. But when too many wheels remain fixed to the road, something called tire scrubbing happens. Instead of rolling smoothly through the turn, some tires get dragged sideways slightly across the pavement. You can sometimes hear it in parking lots or construction sites. A loud squealing or scraping sound coming from the rear wheels. That friction slowly tears the tires apart and puts huge stress on the truck's suspension. By lifting certain axles when they aren't needed, the truck effectively shortens itself. It becomes easier to maneuver through narrow streets, loading areas, and tight construction zones. However, that wasn't the whole story. Some toll roads also charge trucks based on how many axles are touching the ground. So lifting unused wheels can sometimes reduce toll costs as well. One small mechanical system ends up helping with road protection, fuel economy, tire lifespan, turning ability, and operating costs all at the same time. And that's why those floating tires exist. They're not broken. They're adaptive. The truck is constantly changing shape depending on how much weight it carries and where it's driving. So the next time you see a massive truck rolling down the highway with wheels suspended in midair, remember this. What looks like a useless extra tire is actually a carefully engineered balancing act between physics, economics, road safety, and mechanical efficiency. And sometimes, the smartest wheels on the truck are the ones not touching the ground. If this surprised you, give the video a like, share it with someone who would enjoy it, and subscribe to Common Things, Strange Histories for more hidden stories behind the everyday world. Because sometimes the most ordinary things hide the most fascinating truths.